Good day, everyone. I'd like to talk about how you work with Venus retrograde in your natal chart. That means you were born at the time the Venus was retrograde. And now remember, Venus doesn't go retrograde that often, approximately every 18 months. And we're going to have a Venus retrograde period coming up December 19th, 2021, going until approximately the 1st of February of 2022. Anybody born with Venus retrograde, you want to make sure you mark these dates in your calendar and ask yourself, what happened during Venus retrograde? Did you find that there were more pleasantries going on or not so much, or nothing happened? Keep track of what goes on. Now, I have Jupiter retrograde in my natal chart, and I keep track of the dates. And for me, I always notice a positive energy when Jupiter is retrograde, because I was born with that, and there's familiarity to that energy. Okay? So, what is Venus retrograde about, those of you who carry it? I think that the story is similar to those of us who have Jupiter retrograde. It's about our self-worth. Those of us born with these retrograde planets like Venus and Jupiter, the benevolent planets, it really is about digging deep into our energy, into our persona, into our backgrounds, and asking ourselves, do we feel worthy of Venusian things? Do we feel worthy of love? Do we feel worthy of looking good, of buying beautiful clothes, of buying our favorite fragrance, of going into Starbucks and smelling the delicious coffee, or being in your grandmother's kitchen when she's making chocolate chip cookies, and the smells and the aroma are so nice? And of course you deserve it. You are here to work on your self-worth around Venusian things. Because the universe is abundant. There's enough to go around. And so when we go out into the world, we're in 2021, I feel there is a lot of greed, there is a lot of corruption, there is a lack of empathy for the collective, and yet we all are one. We all share the same airspace. And I find it especially challenging to navigate through this greed, through this corruption in the world. Because I was born with Jupiter retrograde, right? So I've already got to get that self-worth piece in check, and now I've got to navigate this society. And the same way Venus retrograde, you have to navigate through this, the greed, the corruption. Now, guys, I'm not saying the world is full of all this greed and corruption. No. What I'm saying is it has gotten out of control, in my opinion. And it was already hard to navigate. So now, if you were born with Venus retrograde, you got to deal with all this. And so the important thing is you darn well better speak up for yourself. When there's raises given out, make sure you get your raise. When you take your car in and there's a special on an oil change, you make sure you get that special. Don't let the world bypass you. and take advantage of you. Stand up for your Venusian energies. And it's a tough world sometimes to navigate, okay? Sometimes we have to go into bitch mode. Sorry, but it's true. We sometimes have to go into bitch mode to stand up for what we know is right and what is the truth and not be taken advantage of. Because the world will take advantage. There's people out there, humans, that would just love to take your money and not do the work and so on and so forth. But Venus retrograde really needs to stand firm and know you're worthy. You always have been worthy. You will be worthy. And stay and stand your truth. So, wow, that was kind of a, I don't know. I just felt I needed to say that. Okay? Venus retrograde. Pay attention to when Venus is retrograde. Stand in your truth. Stand in your Venusian energy. Don't let people take advantage of you in love and money and work and whatever you do. Now, the other thing I want to say is when Venus is retrograde, it's going to affect Taurus rising and Libra rising people too. Because those are, I'm a Libra rising, so Venus is my ruling planet. So when she's retrograde, I need to keep track and pay attention. What happened to me? I've had situations where Venus is retrograde and an ex-lover shows up. Or, I decide I need to maybe get a facial or something Venusian-ness. Maybe somebody owes me money and then I go say, you owe me money. Can I have my money back, please? Don't be afraid to speak up. And many of us were taught, it's okay. They overcharged you by $5. That's all right. Just let it go. And it keeps happening and you're like, no, I'm not letting it go. No more. No more. Stand up for yourself, Venus. Now, when Venus is retrograde, like I said, Taurus and Libra risings, pay attention. What happens when it goes retrograde? Do you notice a positive difference, a negative difference? What happens of a Venusian way? Do people from your past lovers come into play? Do people just call you and say, I love you? Do people give you gifts? Or do you find you're asking for gifts? Or you're asking for money? Or you have to go back and reflect on that energy? Because retrograde is we go back and we reflect. We go back and we learn from that experience. We go back and get what we need to get. We go back and think about things, right? We take a pause. You may be taking a pause, Libra and Taurus retrogrades. Now, because it's going to be in Capricorn, those of you who are Capricorn rising, Midheaven, Descendant, or IC, take advantage of this time. Because Venus is going over and back, going forward, and then she's going back. So you're getting Venus hanging out there for a while. How nice is that? You got to show up in the world and you have Capricorn rising? Do it. You want to raise Capricorn midheavens? Ask for it. You're looking for love, Capricorn descendants? Make it happen. You want to spend more time with your family, beautify your home, buy a home? Capricorn ICs, when Venus is retrograde, at those degrees, she's going over that area. So watch and see what shows up. Okay? So I'm going to end there. Venus retrograde. Pay attention. Know your worth. I'll talk to you soon.